Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to Do Daily Wednesday Club. It's Des here. Hope you're having a great day, great week so far. I'm really on top of things this week, really inspired by what's going on in the do running community. The solidarity session last night, it was excellent. Again, lots of people taking part, posting up the pictures. And of course today, I've set the challenge for the Wednesday workout for the guys to work in teams of 4 to get out and run as many miles as they can before accumulating them and then seeing which team comes out on top. I can tell you there's some superb effort so far. I'm really impressed. It's inspired me. I wasn't going to run today, but it's inspired me to get my kit on, get out there. Of course, I'm bringing you Do Daily, so like last week, I want to offer up a few tips about half marathon training. Last week we looked at the motivation in terms of planning and what we could do to sort of prepare ourselves properly for training. This week what I want to do is be a little bit more specific in things we can do in preparation for the half marathon whilst we're training and in the build up to get the best results we can and to try and stop injury free. So like I say, I'm just going to go out for a quick run. I'll be back soon. See you shortly guys. Welcome back guys. Just got my run in, really pleased with that. Really glad I got out there, really inspired by them guys out doing all those miles. You don't have to be part of the challenge, get out there, join us, go for a run. Would love to see your efforts. Get them posted up across the social media at Do Daily 2020, at Do Running 19, and we'll share them, and hopefully, like them guys have inspired me, we can all inspire somebody else, you know. That's the aim here. So just going to get a shower, freshen up, and I'll be back with those tips for half marathon training. Consistency is key in half marathon training. You don't have to rack up the miles of an elite athlete, and you don't have to go for a brutal training regime. 2, 3, 4 runs a week max is suitable for a half marathon. A 12 or 16 week plan, if you're a new runner, ideally 16 weeks. Somebody who's ran races and ran half marathons before, you can easily retrain back in 12 weeks. But the important thing is to really be consistent with what you're doing. So if you're running at regular times, giving yourself that regular rest, doing those little bits of activity in between, I touched on this last week. It's really important to just stay consistent, keep doing the things you do, add those little extra walks, a few more flights of stairs in each week, but consistency and sticking to the plan. You don't really want to have too much time off ill or for holidays, you know. I did mention before that we could extend the plan to fit more weeks into a longer sort of period, which is good. But what you need to be doing really is staying really consistent, you know. And if you do have a few days off, get back on it as soon as you can. You know, I don't want to rush you back from injury or illness, but that was the point of adding those weeks in, as I discussed last week. It's just to give you that little bit of time. What I suggested to a local group who I'm working on ahead of the Robin Hood Marathon this autumn is to use those extra weeks to train up to week 1, so they've got that base layer of fitness. They are fairly new to running, the beginners, they've not done this kind of distance before. So my idea was, if they use the 4 weeks before the actual 12 weeks training to work at week 1, they've got that good base layer of fitness to go from. And like I say, and it helps with that consistency. It helps you plan your week. It helps you know what's going to come when the mileage starts up in, and how far you need to start taking your runs on from there. And like I say, consistency is really important. The long run, that dreaded long run. So you've got your training plan. Most training plans will have one day on them at least, normally a weekend day, where it's suggested that you'll run slightly longer than the other days and build that up gradually as race day approaches. Of course, you shouldn't build that up more than 10%, or your weekly mileage on average of over 10%. You might cause injuries if you do that, and obviously the long run is the one where you're building all the time. So just be careful not to sort of do too much at once, but it is important to get that long run in. As important as the shorter runs are, do you know, the 5Ks, the group runs you do, all those things, it's really important to get that one long run in a week. Do you know, that's going to build your stamina, it's going to build the strength in your legs, it's going to give you time on your feet, and that's really important. They say if you can run 90 minutes without stopping, regardless of pace, you will always get through a half marathon. So it's important to sort of get out there, you know, get through those difficult long runs, you know, use your friends, use people around you to inspire you, get them to join you. Of course, use the Do Running community as well. As lockdown sort of eases, there's lots of opportunity again for people to run together. But as equally as important as all runs are in the training plan, and they've all got the purpose, you really need, if you're going to miss any runs, it really shouldn't be the long run. That's the one that's going to get you through on the day. Do you know, that's where all your sort of muscle memory and your strength and your stamina is going to sort of draw from on the day. So it's important to get that in. Choosing the right surface to run on. With most half marathons, you'll generally run on one surface, whether it's a road half marathon or a trail half marathon. So the important thing is to make sure you've done adequate training on that particular surface. For example, if it is a road half marathon, what you will need to do is get plenty of pavement pounding in, as we like to call it in the running community. Whilst I say get plenty in, what you will need to do is build up from the softer surfaces. Maybe if you're starting out running, you need that strength in your legs, so keep getting out there in the park, on the trails, but gradually, like with the long run, what you need to do is build up slowly with the pavement. What that will do later in the race, on race day, it might stop you getting stop you cramping up in your legs. It's going to give you strength in your legs as well. A lot of sort of conditioning goes on during that pavement pounding. So your legs will get stronger, then they'll get you through on race day. So it's really important to consider the surfaces you run on, because it will make such a difference on the day. Have race experience. What I mean by this is, if you've got a half marathon planned in and you're doing the training and you're building your miles up gradually, it's a really good idea to do an official event before that. Not at the half marathon distance, you might do a 5K, you might do a 10K. Me personally, 2 weeks before my half marathon, I planned in a 10K event locally. Found that really useful. It helps you. Of course, when you're new to running, when you're new to taking part in races, it really helps with your confidence, do you know, your nerves on the day. I still get race nerves now, so all these times I do these races, they help me prepare. They tell me how I should sleep, what time I should get up, how long I should give myself to get there, and these things are really important. Being prepared on the day is really crucial. It will really help you. The last thing you want to be doing is worrying about the unknown. Do you know, yes, it's a great experience, you love what you get sort of from the race and the route. Don't necessarily advise on doing the route fully. That's not something I like to do. I like to be surprised, to be honest, but be as prepared as you can. And if that means going to do a race, again, you'll have got that sense of achievement by doing a full-blown 10K, for example. And then when it comes to the big day, you'll have all those ideas of how to approach it. Do you know, you might know what works in terms of eating, in terms of drinking, sort of whilst you're running, or what you can take on board and what works for you. We spoke a lot about nutrition and drink, so check back in the videos before for that. But like I say, be prepared for the day. If you can use another race as a dummy race, but equally get that achievement from the race, but if you can use that, it's a great way to prepare for the big one, the one you're really looking forward to. And those are my 4 tips, guys. Just a little bit to go with there, you know, not too much, nothing overpowering, nothing too technical, nothing too scientific to go from. Just a few ideas, you know. the reason I'm talking about half marathons at the moment is within the Do Running community, I'm actually working with quite a few guys who are looking to do their first half marathon or retraining to do another half marathon after a break. So it's good to keep reminding of these things. Of course, you might have saw earlier I have my Robin Hood sort of team hoodie on. I am an ambassador for the event, so at this time of year we're always looking to build up for that, and it's a really big event for us locally and for the Do Running community. It's still on at the moment as well with the situation, so we've got to plan as if it's going to go ahead. If that's what you choose, I have spoke about that as well, where if you don't feel you want to train for these things, it's best probably just to put it off. But Robin Hood is going ahead as planned for us, and with lots of guys looking forward to it this year. I thought I'd just spend a couple of weeks on a Wednesday just talking about little things we can do. Like I say, nothing too much, just little tips, little experiences I've gone through which have helped me on race day. So thanks for listening. Really appreciate you tuning in. If you like the information, please let us know. If you've got any questions, it's the perfect time. We've got Thursday Thoughts tomorrow, your questions and answers for me. I'll be back live at 6 o'clock. Fire them over either in the comments or by email to des@dorunning.org.uk, and I'll try and expand on some of the points I've made today. Or if it's about something completely different, send those too. I'm happy to answer anything. Sort of an open book on what we do on a Thursday. There's no structure to it, and that's the way we kind of want to keep it. I want to help you however I can. So if you like what you're seeing, please let us know. Keep the comments coming. Please subscribe and watch again. The guys are still out there, they're still racking those miles up, I can assure you. It's really impressive what they're doing. So let them inspire you. Hopefully I've done my bit too. So get out there for a run. It is wet now, but why should we let that stop us? Brilliant running in the rain. You'll be so glad. I'm feeling fantastic now. I've done my work for the day. I've done DOdaily, and I'm really feeling great. So just getting out there for a run makes all the difference sometimes. Hopefully this has done the trick. See you tomorrow, guys. Just doing it.